No, sir, I don't like it.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to No Sir, I Don't Like It. I am your host, Carmen Morales, where we discuss things that we hate with people we love. And today is no exception. I am joined with the incomparable Mr. Stephen Furey.
What up?
Bay Area legend.
NorCal, but yes.
NorCal, not so
I claim the whole NorCal because I started in Sacramento, moved to Vacaville, which is in the middle of there in San Francisco, and then started doing San Francisco. And there's like San Francisco people never want to count Sacramento people as being Bay Area, which we're not, but just want to get it out there.
Right.
Before you start getting blown up.
I get
people
it.
Start flipping out.
They start getting upset. I get it. I think the closer you get to a region, the more people care about regions' boundaries.
Yes.
Like if I was talking to somebody from Georgia, they wouldn't give a fuck. They would be like, oh, yeah, that's like San Francisco, right? Because it's, a couple of hours from it. It's the same thing when people claim New York, but they're from Albany or something like that. They're like, that's not New York City. I was like, well, it's New York.
Well, you hate those closest to you.
Yeah.
So one town over, those guys are pieces of shit, and then two towns over, they're not like us. We're completely different than them.
Exactly. I don't. So you started in San Francisco or you started in Sacramento?
Started in Sacramento. Kind of did it really all came from a lot of podcasts. Really got me in it. Well, the one that made me move so much is this guy named Barry Katz. He's like this legendary manager, but like a thief.
Yeah.
He was like probably the biggest manager in the world in the 90s. And then he stole from his clients and kind of whatever. But he just would always talk about how he was on like Jay Moore's podcast or something like that. Like 10, I would say 15 years ago. Yeah, 15, 16 years ago. He was talking about the trajectory you should take in your stand-up. And he was like, start in a smaller city. And then once you become undeniable there, go to a bigger city. And so I just started in Sacramento, did everything I could do in Sacramento, went to the Bay, did all I could do there, and then took the trip down here for a girl.
You moved down here for a girl? I moved out here for a dude.
Yeah.
How long did the relationship last after you moved down here? 4 months for me.
4 months? That's rough.
Yeah.
The one you lived with at Bamford's place?
Oh, this is before that.
Oh, before that. Mine was a couple years, but it wasn't a good one. It was, I don't want to. She's cool, but it just was kind of a little volatile, and that's not my vibe.
Yeah.
So better for and it's does that guy still do stand up that you moved here for?
Kind of.
Yeah.
He's
same.
more talking heady now.
Okay. Yes.
Like but it was a bad move on my part. It was an ugly narcissist, which is a bad combo.
Yeah.
Because like, why are you taking selfies? That's not the most attractive thing about you. It was one of those guys.
Yeah. It's not a good combo. If you're gonna be with a narcissist, you at least want to be good looking.
Yes, right.
And then the ugly people have to be nice.
Something that's good looking in your face.
Like, you guys are the wrong combo here. It's not peanut butter and chocolate. It's pickles and peanut butter. Good opposite.
Yeah, I'm not pregnant. Ew. You'd have to be pregnant crazy to want to be with this dude. But yes, but it is. I am grateful because I do love this city, and this city gets a lot of gets a lot of heat, a lot of hate.
It definitely does.
But I like it.
I like it. It takes a long time to. I just need to look at my grapes. Yeah, it does. It takes a long time to the city's not, you're not going to change the city. You kind of have to change to the city. And once you learn the things that you got to do, it becomes a lot easier. Like the first couple of years you live in LA, it's hard to find a barber. It's hard to find parking spots. It's hard to find the one place you like to go, bring a date or something where you can it's outside the business. And once you slowly get, I've been in LA almost a decade and I just found my barber.
Really? I still have. I have a friend, but I feel bad asking her because now she's doing celebrity hair. So I feel weird asking her to do my hair because I know what she's getting paid. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I'm not going to pay that. I don't have that. And I know she would give me the hookup, but I feel like there's also that part of it too, where I don't want to exhaust a friendship just because I'm poor, if that makes sense.
Well, I think as long as you pay her the rate that you used to do, you're fine. Because I think of it just like, I would do a free show for or cheap. They wouldn't have to pay me the real rate to do someone's show if they're my friends. So
right.
you would plus, LA is the city of hookups. You know,
Yeah,
if you go to
true.
a bar, you're only gonna go to a bar if you know a bartender there, or if I'm trying to go. I mean, I would never go to a club, but if you're like going to a club or something like that, you'd be like, I want to know the door guy so I can at least get in without waiting. It's like a town of very quid pro quo. I think.
Yeah.
Do for me, I do for you. I think that's the right one.
Because everything is so expensive here, and it like so many spaces are so I mean, this is the city of gatekeeping, so you have to kind of be like, I always thought about it like Robert De Niro in the beginning of Goodfellas, the introduction to Robert De Niro. He comes into a party and he's like greasing everybody's palm and everybody knows him. I always thought like that's how this city is. If you should grease everybody. It was the same thing like we were,
but then you get greased back at some point.
Yes,
is the unsigned contract.
Right. It was the same thing like with when we were door guys and we used to sell booths and stuff like that. I used to break off a piece for the servers and stuff. That's why whenever I did it, nobody complained about it.
Yeah, but
nobody
then they
ever bitched
learned
about
what we
it.
were doing. I fucking hated those servers. I'm so happy they're all gone.
Yeah.
I still hate them to this day. I've been a door guy since 2018. I hate those servers. To this day.
Well, see, I don't know which ones were the problem because again,
Denitha, Bianca, Lee a little bit, but mainly those two devil worshippers.
But yeah, whenever I would make money, and then I don't remember who it was. I think Hormos used to break people off too, but the people who got stingy, that was always when they got mad.
Derek.
They would get mad.
Derek stinged that weirdo Steven. Oh, and his wife too sucked too.
Yeah.
He sent them and everything came crashing down. Now those guys don't make anything.
They don't make any money.
Which sucks. Because it was a little bit of money. It wasn't crazy, but you'd come home sometimes, $100 to $300
because
in your pocket.
We're making fucking $12 an hour. To seat people, fair enough, so we could get stage time. But then selling those things was a way. And even the because I would be honest with the managers. I was like, you got to be kidding. You guys, I drive from fucking Altadena to come here to make $12 an hour. Let us make a little extra money. And it's not hurting nobody. And we're making people feel special because I would do the whole VIP. I would do the whole VIP treatment. If the bitches were backed up, if they were in the weeds, I would go, what can I get you guys to drink? And then I would give, you know what I'm saying? I would make it a VIP experience, And there would be dudes that would come in there, never been to Hollywood. These dudes from Oklahoma, never been to Los Angeles before. Big, not a fucking hundreds, trying to impress people. Fuck yeah, dude.
I would always look at the guy's shoes and how big a tits his wife had. If he had some like nice leather kind of Italian shoes and his wife's tits were out, that guy's paying $400 for a booth. I can promise you that right now. I can promise you that right now.
Man, I had so much fun. It genuinely made work more fun. I think it's just because I've just been a criminal for so long that it was a way of doing crime for
it was the medium. It was like a Venn diagram of living straight and doing crime. In the middle, you're like, you can sell booze stuff.
Exactly. I wasn't hurting nobody. We weren't fucking taking it. It was just like, listen, if you want a seat right now, you got to have the cash. Give me the money, and I'll get you taken care of.
And it's a sick ass seat. It really worked out for everybody.
Was.
Except those fucking greedy waitresses.
Because they would make, especially on a fucking sold out Saturday, two shows.
The Rogan, they'd have a double Rogan. They make $600.
So much money. Let me get my little fucking
give me $200.
Give me my little fucking
fuck are you mad at?
We would still split up the money, even with the people who were too fucking cowardice. We would still break
Garza
them up.
Looking at you. I'm naming names this podcast.
Yeah, Renee.
He was chicken too.
They were just scared, which fine, okay. You still got broken off to keep your mouth shut, and that was always my point. Is just everybody gets greased.
It's like living in LA is like when you if you work at a nice restaurant and then you go in on a day when you're not working and you eat there and you kind of get hooked up and everything because you know everybody. And then when you go in a restaurant, you don't know anyone, you pay full price. And it's like the longer you go to a place or like a bar, the longer you're in LA, you start greasing different palms. People start helping different people, and then it gets easier. Now it's fine now.
Yeah. But it definitely takes a minute.
Long time. Years. I'd say I wasn't comfortable in LA till like 4 years in. To where I stopped kind of having to use, I still use maps just because you never know where there's an accident or something. But I would say like 4 years in was when I was finally like, I live here.
Mm-hmm. Well, then there's also something to be said when you first move here. You don't move to the right place. You don't know. You know, mm-hmm. I was living in like almost Westlake. Yeah. We were talking about getting a park. I think I spent I got like $1,700 in parking tickets within the first, because I was in between two street sweeping areas. Yep. So like one of them, it was Monday, Tuesday, and the other one was Tuesday, Thursday. So and I was right next to an overpass. So it was just like, I was fucked. Yeah. And it took me 3 places. And then I lived with Maria, which was like the best place I've ever lived. Because I didn't have to worry about anything. It was sick.
Yeah, it's so crazy when you move here, just being able to park, like the first time you have a parking spot. Cause like, I've been in California my whole life. I'm not against immigrants or anything like that. But in LA, especially with like El Salvadorian immigrants, still have like 15 people at a house, which you're allowed to do. I don't care. Mm-hmm. But the problem is that's 15 cars.
Yeah. Or even if not 15 cars, it's still 5.
Yeah, it's still 5. It's still
8, several.
Yeah, for one apartment.
For one apartment.
So you're not parking. Dude, there's this family. I started to lose my mind. I lived in Little El Salvador and kind of by USC, kind of Compton-y. Not Compton, more like South Central. And there was this dude, this family would take this one broken car that was broken. They would leave, and in the morning, they'd kind of split the lanes and save their spot. And it's like, okay, that's funny business, but I'm going to let it slide. But sometimes no one would come home, and they would leave the guy there, and he would take a... So I wrote twice. I said, I'm going to bash in every one of your fucking windows if you do this one more time. I don't think they spoke English, so I didn't really go that far. But... hopefully they got the message. Yeah, I didn't even. It was just vibes. I was putting out bad vibes to tell them. Oh, I used to lose my mind. I'd have to park so far, and I used to drink and drive. That was the main reason I moved close to the store, because I was like, if I'm gonna drink and drive, at least it's 2 blocks away.
Yeah,
dude, I remember I used to drive home hammered, the pocket full of cash in South Central, parking 1/4 mile away, and I would wake up in the morning and I would have to search the streets for where I parked my car.
Yeah, I guess you didn't have any idea. I had no idea.
One time I thought someone stole it, and then
Nope.
By the taco truck again. That was a younger man.
Spry. I needed the walk, actually. It probably helped them.
Yeah, it did help me out. Walk off that hangover.
That's what I was going to say. Force you through that hangover to get you through to the other side. Just bring a bottle of water with you, just really fucking pull it
Where
together.
Are you going? I don't know. I don't really know, but I'll be out.
A lot of times when you see people aimlessly walking around the city, they're actually just looking for their cars.
Yeah, they had a little too much fun last night, and too many El Salvadorians are living in apartments, and they have no idea where they parked.
As somebody who does enjoy partying, and as you've gotten older, is there any part of it besides the hangover? Obviously, the hangovers suck. Is there anything about it that you don't like anymore that you used to love about it?
I don't really do it as much as I did it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not like the last, I'd say 9 months. I've not stopped drinking, but I drink went from drinking, 4 or 5 times a week to twice a month, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
And then once you stop drinking, then you stop drugging. And then so everything's just kind of pulled back. And it's mainly because it just hurts a lot more now. I'm 35.
Yeah.
It's not old, but it's definitely, I feel it for like a day or 2 now. And it's like, I just don't want to.
Yeah, it's hard to bounce back. And then, or then you have to go several days in a row, and then it's an abomination.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I'm out. Yeah, that would be out for weeks. I mean, my body, I can't even shrimp. I got gout. My knee's fucking up. What am I going to do with alcohol? I got to get shrimp under control.
I do remember that one. We had a conversation about doing a travel show. We were just go to different happy hours around the country.
Oh, what a great idea! I didn't remember this.
I know. Well, we're door guy. We were talking about.
What an idea.
We were talking about a good non-scripted show, and I was like, hold on, wait, let me write this down.
Write that down. I'll get you on that.
Because I always loved, we talked about this. I always loved the mentality of a happy hour, because you would get 3 or 4 of, and usually whatever they have the most of, 3 or 4 cocktails made with whatever they have the most of.
Buffalo cauliflower.
Buffalo cauliflower, very low price point apps for cheap eats. But I always liked when there was creativity there, and then and I would also love a cool cocktail. And if you had a cool cocktail that was next to one that was the happy hour, a lot of times you would still get me. You'd still get me with a fancy, because that's my whole thing. Especially with as I've gotten older, is I don't mind a 4-step cocktail. I don't mind a 5-step. I don't mind as long as the effort's there. If my drink's getting thrown together, if they're super packed, I'm just gonna get something easy. Tequila soda, super easy. But if it's if I got the time, and that's why I love a happy hour, is they got all the fucking time.
Well,
nobody's drinking at 2:30, especially not when you're in fucking visiting Minneapolis, or you're going they love to see me at 3:00, and I love a 3:00 because that's usually, if I'm on the road, that's my breakfast. So I'm starting the day. My first meal of the day is 3 p.m.
Do you have eggs for happy hour? No.
We have deviled eggs. Fuck yeah. Serve them up.
I lost my car. I can't find it. Oh, I'm in Minneapolis. Wow, that's a great idea. Yeah, I love a good happy hour. I love, I'll splurge for a better drink if the pretzels are only $3. You give me a soft pretzel for $4, I'll get a $15 drink.
Mm-hmm.
I had one last night at Bar Lubitsch, which is
a Russian themed bar here in West Hollywood. It's
a very interesting bar. Been around a while now, kind of like a staple. Always kind of cool. And I went there last night and I had a pretty good cocktail. I like to now, if I'm gonna drink, like, okay, I guess I drank last night, but I had one cocktail. I don't know if that really counts for an alcoholic. One drink doesn't count. That was just because I didn't want to.
You actually, one drink. If you're an alcoholic, one drink is deciding whether you're gonna drink.
Yes, exactly.
The first drink is like, am I gonna do this? It's just a buffer for your brain to figure it out. Yeah. Am I really gonna do this or not?
Yeah. That wasn't. I was like, I'm in a gout flare up right now. I can't. I can do one. There was cranberry in it. It helps with the gout. So yeah. I was there last night and had a nice. If I do drink, I like to start with a nice, one nice cocktail, and then I go back into tequila soda, 3 limes.
Mm-hmm. That's nice. How did you get the gout? You don't seem like a fried food kind of guy.
No, but I am crustacean heavy.
Okay.
A lot of shrimps going on. A lot of steaks.
A lot of mollusks.
A lot of mollusks.
A mollusk hates to see you coming.
They wish they were bipedal, but they're not. So I get them every single time. Clams, anything like that shit. I just love it. And then it just fucking goes out on me. So now I really have to like make a decision when I'm eating shrimp. Do I want to eat
over
shrimp?
A cocktail, figuring it out.
Yeah, one cocktail's not drinking. That was for the shrimp. Just help with the shrimp. And I got just one, and I got to be like, am I going to eat shrimp or not walk for a week? And sometimes shrimp wins. Shrimp wins. I'll say 50-50. Shrimp's pretty good. It's like coin toss if I'm going to walk. So shrimp be winning.
Do I have a pimp live for a week and eat? That's a funny thing about shrimp specifically is when I was a little kid in the cartoons, shrimp was
You're from Florida, right?
Yeah, from Florida originally. When I was a little kid, whenever I would see shrimp in cartoons, it was always such a rich man's food.
Yeah.
And then as I became an adult, I was like, oh,
yeah,
you guys are just throwing rings of this shit at people. It was just one of those things. Do you have a thing like that? Something that you thought was like so fancy. And then as an adult, you're like, oh, no, it's not at all.
Wow. What was something
we just didn't eat it that
fancy
much.
When I was a kid? I don't know. I don't know if there's anything fancy. I definitely like to dabble in the fanciness now. Like I finally hit a place in my career where I can do 3 money signs on Yelp.
Ooh,
yeah, I'm dabbling.
You got that egg money, bitch.
My eggs are deviled. Let's just say that from now on out.
They do have spirituality.
Yeah. So so now I've been dabbling in there. I don't know if there was ever anything that I thought was unobtainable food wise. My dad was always a good cook, and my parents were divorced very young, so it was just one-on-one.
Mm-hmm.
And, most people can afford to really buy any. I mean, my parents had a real job. My dad was one of the orange shirt guys that works on the streets.
Mm-hmm.
And then my mom worked for the government. So they had enough money to support a kid and whatever. So we ate fine. Anything? I don't think so. I mean, lobster, I guess, but that's still pretty fucking expensive.
Yeah, now you need a second mortgage to get fucking surf and turf. Yeah, that's the other thing, too, is like it was...
Surf and turf might kill me. That literally could put me in a grave. Steve died at Sizzlers. What happened? Endless shrimp buffet. He couldn't handle it. He had gout in his eyes. No one has ever seen gout in the brain.
He had a hard time blinking.
Yeah, he couldn't blink anymore.
Were just fucking real.
His eyes dried out of his head. The gout was so deep in his lids. His eyes dried out and he died. Endless shrimp buffet.
Because usually most of the things go the other way. I feel like like chicken wings used to be cheap as fuck. Oxtail used to be cheap as fuck. And now it's all expensive. So I was trying to figure out if there was anything that went the other way. And I think for me, it was just shrimp. And my parents were fishermen. So we also used to go shrimping and shit like that. So we would get it. But it was always we got it ourselves.
Cool. I thought you were from Orlando.
I am. But it was 30 minutes to the ocean.
Oh, really? I thought Orlando was deep in the middle.
30 minutes one way, an hour the other way.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's cool. Yeah, did you ever do the? That's one of my dreams right now is to do the.
What?
One, I want to go to the what are those islands?
Which one? The Galapagos?
No. The ones with off Florida. You can take a boat there. The Keys. I want to go to the Keys so bad, and I want to take a fucking spear, and I want to get one of those fucking lobsters.
Oh yeah, I did that.
Yeah, I want to do that so bad. And then
totally.
Did you eat it?
Of course.
That's so cool.
Actually, not to incriminate my uncle, but we did it illegally.
Yeah.
We were down there and I was just snorkeling. It was me, my cousin, and my uncle, and we were just snorkeling. My parents had been fishing that morning, so they didn't want to be out. And so he was like, I'll take the girl snorkeling. So we went snorkeling. We're on this ridge. I'm like looking out, oh my God, all these little tropical fish and shit right there. So and then I just look back and I see my uncle just yanking out, because they got the little spines. So he's just yanking them out. Yeah. He yanks them out by the spines and then just rips his head off and puts the tails in his pocket and just drops the fucking, and then all these little fish start eating and I was like, oh my God, because they scream underwater, which I didn't know because I'd never seen him before. No. So he's going there and you just hear quack. And I was just like, oh my God. And so I'm like screaming into the snorkel. Because I think we're going to go to jail because my uncle's snapping heads off lobsters.
I can see myself going to jail for that. 50-50 on that one. So now those lobster are they big or are they little? Are they kind of
depends on which one? Because the Florida lobsters are smaller than like Maine lobsters, so they are smaller. So for the tails, we just cut up and put it in pasta. We're Italian. Cut them up, put them in pasta.
Oh, what a dream!
It really was, and it was the best lobster I've ever eaten. I mean, I could taste the fear. So it was so fresh.
You can hear they taste a lot better when you hear their screams when you sleep.
I really felt like a fucking monster, but it was delicious because it was fresh. The last time I went down, there's a club down there. I would love to introduce. I'll introduce you if you guys don't know each other.
Are they still doing stuff?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
He's got like a proper brick and mortar now. But the last time I went down there, I know a captain, fisherman captain, and he took me and my dude out on, and we went fishing, and I caught a mutton snapper, and we went to a restaurant, and a lot of restaurants.
Like a red snapper?
I was a mutton snapper.
What's a mutton snapper?
Mutton.
Yeah, you probably know all the fish, huh?
My parents were fishermen, so I got a lot of it osmosis style, but I didn't. It wasn't
so cool.
I didn't give a shit. Oh, that's glad. Boys like it, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, big on boys. Yeah.
But a mutton it's just a different kind. It tastes better than red, really? I think. And it's definitely meatier. And you could get a pretty big one, but it's not as
so you caught one.
Yeah, so I caught one and I caught a 20, like it was like a 15 or 20 pound mutton snapper, but on 10-pound test. So like I fought it proper. And then a lot of the restaurants in the Keys, if you bring them something you catch, they'll prepare it for you. They'll cook your catch is what it's called. Wow. They'll cook your catch. So then I went, got the fish, and we ate it for lunch, and it was fucking phenomenal.
I've only got to do that one time. What I'm just not a huge Florida guy, just from like.
Oh, like because they ban books and like
it's
people
just a lot.
It's a nightmare if you don't stick to the cities.
Yes, and it's just I've done so many shows there, and like I'll let it slip that I'm from California, and then people are just like booing, and I'm just like, gosh, you guys just ruined this for me. Yeah. But I toured with Bert for a while, so I got to do some pretty cool stuff down there. Mm-hmm. Gator's pretty good.
Yeah.
Gator's like good.
A little bit oily, but other than that,
fried,
delicious.
Yeah.
I mean, you could fry a lot of things and make it
pretty good. Yeah. I like
It's not good for your knee, though. It's not good for your knee.
No, it's a gout state. It's one of the top gout states. Atlanta, Florida. What else is fried? Probably those two. Mississippi, I'm guessing. That's a gout. Gouty. Yeah, so that was really cool. That's always been something. I just love fresh seafood. So I'm engaged with my girl right now.
Oh, congratulations.
Thank you. We're trying to plan out the wedding. And we're thinking of doing really small wedding, like just immediate family. And then getting like a small villa in Croatia.
Okay.
Because I'm telling she wants to go to Europe. I want fresh seafood.
Right.
So we kind of so Greece, that kind of area. So then we're going to do that, and so we're kind of working on that right now, just for that. And but we haven't she hasn't looked up anything yet. I'm like, I don't think I'm supposed to do this. If you want me, I can.
Is this my job? Is this part of my job?
Like, turns out we're staying at a casino.
But listen, don't be mad. You let Daddy pick.
Yeah, you let me pick. That's on you.
Let's dive into some shit you don't like. I love to hear it. Let's talk about it.
Oh no, that's not. Oh, I thought I did the right one. Oh, here we go. Why is everything so expensive at an airport? Airports treat like food like they smuggled it in. You know? Like you just brought it in. You didn't like keister it for like a plane trip, and now this sandwich. Because you have
to scan the sandwiches for bombs? Is that where the extra? I don't know. I know they like pay an airport tax, but I don't. That's why I steal there the most. I don't pay. Yeah, dude, fuck off. They know they're fucking us.
That's crazy. I've never even thought of it, and I've. Not recently, but I definitely was a man who would steal from stores.
Listen, if TSA ain't finding the drugs in my suitcase, they're definitely not going to catch me fucking, bombing a couple of whatever the fucks.
I always thought everything was very stealable, too, because it's normally out and about.
Yeah.
You can go past real quick. The person doesn't really give a fuck. But I don't know if I've ever had the balls.
Well, now they're starting to ruin it because they have like that smart. Oh, yeah. They have it at LAX that where you don't, and maybe some airports don't have this, but they have a convenience store now in the airport where you walk in, you don't pay, you grab whatever you want, and you walk out, and it just charges you.
Yeah, like Intuit Stadium it is that. The one downtown is it's pretty sick.
Yeah,
the Clippers one. Everything in there is cashless. You just pick it up and walk away.
And they just, how are you charging the right card?
I know, that'd be a good idea. Get someone else's phone. Babe,
actually,
can I borrow your phone? I'm gonna go to the game. Why? I don't ask me why.
Here, take mine. Take
mine. Yeah,
take mine. I just need it real quick.
Bring.
But yeah, I don't have any of that. So I think they have tap too if you want to. But yeah, I don't know. I have no idea why it's not better. I'll tell you that.
And that's it too. Why is it always so bad? The food always sucks, and I'm always paying a shit ton. It doesn't make sense to me. Like, I'll get breakfast. I'm like, how you fuck up eggs and bacon? Like, I don't even comprehend what's happening right now.
Yeah, did you microwave this? Why are you charging me $23 for eggs if you microwaved it?
Yep, it just doesn't make sense.
You're saving all this money on fucking stoves. Fuck off. Charge me $7. For fuck's sake.
You ever been to Seattle Airport?
Yes.
That one's pretty good. They got good food there.
Yeah, it's not bad. I think, well, they care. Yeah. I feel like, yes. I think a lot of times it's whatever local restaurant they put in. Like if it's an up and coming.
Yes.
If it's an up and coming restaurant, like when this was their big deal, like that's the one in Orlando. There's like this place called Zaza, which is this little Cuban spot that just they're on there. So it was a big deal for them. So they're fucking, and they're cranking it out. They're making fresh squeezed orange juice for you. They're doing the whole
nine.
Are you
Cuban?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
They're doing the whole nine. So making fresh bread, all that other shit. But then you look next to it, there's like a PF Chang's, which again, they forgot to rip off the plastic for the microwavable meal.
I do love the local restaurants in there.
That is one spot, especially if you're doing a long layover or something, and maybe you're in a town, like maybe you got a layover in Austin, you want to get some BBQ real quick. You know, a lot of times you'll be able to get
Austin's
something
got
like
good
that.
food in their
they care.
That's a good airport. They got good ones here. LAX is pretty bad.
Yeah. It depends on which terminal you're in. There is talk about a wage gap. Jesus Christ. There is wealth disparity in the fucking
You go to that international one, it's just chock full of Chinese people, and then you're in a mall. You're like, the fuck? You guys got a Louis Vuitton here? I've been eating cold fucking pizza. I didn't even know that shit. I'm like, can I work here?
Yeah, I know. It's insane. Yeah, it's obnoxious. I know, and it's just like if I'm already traveling, you just trying to increase the vig for me to leave just because I forgot to eat breakfast. It's a cunt move. I don't like it, and it's not justified. Again, if people are smuggling sandwich bombs, or if they're sneaking, I don't know, razor blades or anthrax in the orange juice, sure, I guess the security
measures. But you walked it in, dog.
Yeah.
And I know I'm trapped here, so I guess they're going, you're trapped here, so we're doing amusement price, like park prices. It's like, man, get the fuck out of here.
And then you used to be able to bring your own, and that's how much they didn't like how much they weren't making is they made you not. They said it was for a safety issue, but it wasn't.
Oh, the water?
Yeah, the water. Fuck you. We want you to pay $9 for the same Nestle you came in that was fucking 23 cents. Fuck off.
Yeah, I bet that was probably an inside job. Like one time we saw a guy with acid. Like, sure you did, buddy. He was trying to take my juice.
Yeah, exactly. What else?
I've been couch sleeping a lot lately, and I'm not into it because it's very funny. I will hit my fucked up weight is 235 pounds. If I go over 235 pounds, my body starts kind of shutting down. My knees, everything stops working.
Your knees hurt. You don't sleep good.
I don't sleep. And the worst is I start snoring. I got sleep apnea over 235. So I'm under that right now, but my girl I know I snore because she'll tell me every morning. Every single morning. And she's a nurse. So like she gets priority for sleep preferences, So like if I'm
when she's working 12 ons and your work week is 3 hours.
I'm literally in the same spot when she comes home playing video games, high out of my mind. She's like, "What'd you do?" I'm like, I wrote a bunch of I got a really great bit about ants, babe.
Yeah,
babe, you're gonna love it.
The fucking ants joke.
How long did you write? 7-8 minutes maybe.
Oh good, I saved about 7 or 8 lives today. Yeah. Fair enough. You get sleep preferential treatment.
So if I am sleeping or if I'm over 235, I'll just preemptively go to the couch. And I gotta say, one thing about the couch, it's scary. It gets scary. It feels like I'm diving in the ocean. I can't see what's around me. It's too dark. Pillows are fucked up. I got one pillow. I swear, every pillow on my couch is just like all doily. It's like 50% doily. I'm sleeping on pretty much doilies. My blanket. And these whole blankets that are on couches, I'm out on them. You remember when the woven ones when we were kids? They kind of fell apart. We got a couple, and I'm just like, I don't know what this is. It's like I'm wearing pantyhose, like fishnet pantyhose. I'm trying to sleep on doilies. I'm scared.
That is one thing that a lot of women do that has fallen short. It can be pretty, but it's got to be functional. Yes. So if it's got a texture on one side, the other side's got to be smooth. Because I like to lay on the couch sometimes. Yes. You can't have a texture on both sides pillow. I'm sorry.
You got texture on both sides and fur around it. I'm like, what is this, a dog? I'm sleeping on right now? Just a cat? Hallie?
It's supposed to be still comfortable. Yes. It can be cute and comfortable, but especially if you're going to spend any amount of time, especially if you're spending video game days on the couch, you want it to be comfortable enough for you to sit on. Yeah, that's a rough one. Because what kind of blanket are you fucking with? Because we're blanket heavy at our house. So we got a light one if it's still warm. Yes. We got a thick one. We got a fuzzy one. What kind of blanket are you talking about?
I got a problem with spending money and throwing things away. Well, I'll throw something away real quick, and I'll just buy it again next year when I need it.
Yeah.
And so...
Man, capitalism loves you.
Yeah, they love me. They call me every once in a while.
Everything's disposable.
They're like, I got some shrimp and blankets coming. I'm like, well, thank you, Uncle Sam. So I think I got rid of a lot of our blankets, or I'll get mad because we'll have 3 blankets on the thing. So right now, we're bare minimum. We got like a kind of like a sports team blanket.
Classic.
We've got a fuzzy one, and then we've got our actual one with the sheet on our bed, and then we're kind of running out. for couch blankets.
Gotcha.
So I'm not working with much out there, man. It feels like I'm alone in the wilderness. It's like I'm on Naked and Afraid. I sleep naked, so I left my clothes in the bedroom. So she has all my clothes. I'm out on the couch, almost naked. I kept my underwear on, and it's just scary. And I just don't want to do it anymore. It's, and then the cats, they're running. I feel like they respect the bedroom a little more. But
absolutely. If you're out in the living room, but if you're out in the living room, they don't think the living room is for sleep.
No,
it's to party.
Yes.
Yeah. If I sleep on the couch, my cat's running around.
They're
for
like,
sure.
Allie! Allie!
There's no rats here. No. What are you chasing? Stop it.
They'll come up and headbutt me and then run away. I'm like, there's a shark.
You're just there, naked, almost
like,
naked.
With the doily.
With your paper napkin.
Yeah. Snoring. Getting hit by a cat. Allie! So, I don't love that.
Do you get to sleep, though, after she goes to work?
Yes.
You sleep better?
I'm horrible at sleeping. I have, this is something I hate. They've calmed down a little bit now, so I'm only getting about 2 a week, but I used to have a nightmare every single night of my life. What? Yeah, nightmares for years, maybe 6-7 years now. And these are worse than a nightmare. These are
like night terrors. Like they scare you awake.
Oh, I scream in my sleep.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So I'm mad. I'm sleeping on a couch. She's mad that
you're shrieking. I'm in the
shrieking
middle of
and snoring and moving my legs, and I'm naked constantly. So I can't really get mad at her. The couch makes more sense. But she always says you have a snoring problem, and I go no. I'm fine with snoring. You have a problem with me snoring, so I kind of think you should go to the couch. But so
you're the one that needs to sleep.
Yeah,
so you should
need
go to a
sleep.
Place where it's more quiet.
I'm fine, other than the horrific nightmares I get every night and the yelps I scream. So these nightmares I get.
How are you yelling? I mean, also that's got to be terrifying for a nurse. Talk about a fucking pager. Just waking up to her beloved shrieking.
It's sleeping next to me is a nightmare.
And then, you're not supposed to wake somebody up if they're in a nightmare.
So they'll get so bad that she now knows if she can hear me going, because I'll be in my dream, I'll know it's a dream and I can't get out, and I'll scream in the dream, going, and so she hears me going, that means I'm trying to get out of the dream. So she'll wake me up, and that is fucking awesome, because. Dude, I mean, these dreams are like, they're not even like fucking Freddy Krueger. Like I had this one that, it fucked me up for a week. It was like, I was with my best, I have long friends normally. If I stop being friends with someone, something bad hadn't happened.
Yeah.
And this guy I've been friends with since first grade. Arguably one of my best friends, though I moved away and he's got 3 kids now. So it's but when we see each other, it's great. And so we're camping at a cabin and a bear comes to attack. And I'm kind of outside the front door. And so I take the door, it's kind of a screen door, a middle screen door, and I kind of pin it against myself in a little crevice so this bear can't get me. But I didn't let Sam in, my best friend. And the bear's got him against the fence in front of me as he's screaming for me to let him in as the bear eats him from behind. Yeah, it's fucked up stuff. It's not like just scary stuff.
So you have the imminent fear that your imminent demise is coming, and then also you're a bad friend. Oh my God, that's brutal.
And I'm an only child, so like friends like mean
matter.
So much to
same. Mean so much. Yeah.
So
there's most of my bad dreams are me not being able to help.
Yeah.
And being like stopped from something, but it's never anything that gruesome. It's always like I'm in a situation, and it's usually just like a social situation, and someone is in danger, and I can't get to them to try to help. But it's never anything like I'm watching my best friend get mauled or right away.
Yeah, it's horrible. So that's the problem. So when I'm sleeping on the couch, and if she wakes me up, I get like one sleep a lot of times. Like, I'll wake up and turn, but if I wake up, I can never go back to sleep. Mm-hmm. So if she does wake me up, it kind of fucks me over. So it kind of just like. So honestly, one of my big gripes is just sleeping, man. It's just love it so much.
You just can't fucking get it.
I can't get it.
I can't get it in there.
And when I do get it, it's horrific. So it's really hard. But those have come down to like 1 to 2 a week now. They used to be every time I was asleep.
Do you think they would chilled out a little bit because you've been drinking less, maybe?
Could be.
Or did you think you probably drank a significant amount so you'd pass out and not have any dreams? Yeah.
There's a lot of I mean, everything. I mean, I don't look it, but I'm healthier and I'm not drinking as much, and I don't know what it is. I'm a little happier, maybe. I don't know, but they've calmed down a little bit. I would say once a week. They're not twice a week now, but it used to be every day. That was gnarly. So sleep was fucked up for a long time, and then snoring got into it. So I don't really like that very much.
Well, that's nice of her to just complain about it once you wake up instead of like shaking the shit out of you.
No, she'll wake me up if I sneeze too. That's what I'm saying. If I'm snoring too much when she has to go to work, I have to get up and leave. So then I'm just at the couch. I said I can't go back to sleep until I wake up. So I'm on the couch, terrified,
just scared.
Butt naked, head on a doily. Yeah, the cats are running around and bumping me. I'm hearing da-na-na-na, da-na-na-na.
They're like, now we can bully
Yeah,
him.
now this is our time. So sleep kind of fucks me up.
I don't mind cats. I don't like when they get a little entitled. I got a cute cat and I think there is something to be said about like spoiling them for sure, because that just creates bad behavior. We're like, for instance, Bobby will feeds the cat at like 6. He gets up at 6 because he works East Coast time. So he feeds the cat when he gets up. And I was like, well, now she's going to expect to eat every day at that time.
Noise.
So the second you guess what's fucked on the weekends is you getting to sleep in, which you want to do so bad. So you should have never fed her at fucking 6 o'clock in the morning.
Well, then you have to be like, am I going to lock this cat out, or do I want to sleep with it? Because I kind of like sleeping with my cat. Do you sleep with a cat? You sleep with a cat in bed?
Yeah, she sleeps with us.
Yeah.
She'll she likes to crawl up, but she doesn't do this to me. I move around too much. So she sleeps. She'll sleep curled up like in between his legs.
Nice.
Which is cute.
Yeah.
I saw a thing the other day. Some vet was talking about like animal behavior, where depending on where they sleep is how they see you. So if they sleep at the foot, they think they're supposed to protect you. Yeah. If they sleep on you, they think they own you. And if they sleep like by your head, they think you're like their baby.
Oh, okay.
So like one of those. So she sleeps at the foot, and but if she sleeps with if he's not there, if I'm there, she'll sleep like next to me, next to my leg. She won't sleep in between my legs because I move around too much.
Yeah, I move around too much.
She will. I mean, it was a fucking montage of I think I'm just gonna fucking kill this bitch. I think I'm gonna kill her.
Wait, why? From the
because
6 a.m.?
The 6 a.m. thing, because then we'd be like, no, fuck off till later. And then she would scratch on the door, scratch the paint. And then if we put stuff in front of the door, she would try to figure out how to climb over. And I would block her out there. And then she would figure out ways to, and I was like, how the fuck is this bitch getting here? Yeah. And be obnoxious about it.
One of my cats is like that. One of my cats is chill as fuck. Mine, because they kind of take, I don't know. Our cats have seemed to take on the personalities of their owners. Her cat is way more anxious, and my cat just kind of fucking sits there and chills. Doesn't have a nightmare, so he got lucky.
Yeah, that's nice. Yeah, she I don't know who she's taking after, because I don't do any of that shit. You know, neither one of us are early risers. I mean, he has to for work, but neither one of us are that. But she is, she's much more polite to me than she is to him. And I think it's because I've established boundaries with her, where like she can keep bothering him and he'll just give her eventually whatever she wants. And I will go, sorry, bitch.
Yeah.
No. And then she'll try. And then once I'm like, no, because sometimes if she wants something, I'll be like, what's up? What do you want? What do you want? But sometimes I'm like, no, you already had a treat. I'm not giving you anything else. But she knows she could hustle him, you know. Which that part,
you're getting
I guess,
hustled
is very
by
much
an inferior creature, and it's giving me the ick.
Kind of.
Yeah.
No, dog.
What does a homeless person gonna do?
That's not happening.
Yeah.
All right. Give me the next one.
One more. No one works at supermarkets anymore. Every supermarket I go to, there's 2 people. The lines, and this could be an LA thing. I don't know. Everyone I go to, there's 2 people there. The lines are 40 things long. Food is more expensive than ever.
Mm-hmm.
What is going on? And then the self-checkout, there's a person there. They don't do anything.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just over. We just need to start filling supermarkets again.
With people.
Or something, or streamline it, or let's move that. What's that? Amazon does a thing where you can take whatever you want and leave. Then do that. You got to do one or the other. You can't be stuck in the middle. You gotta either have people there to serve you, or have AI robots do it. But you can't do 2 people because then that makes me never want to go there.
Yeah. I mean, for me, it's just easier to steal from, honestly.
That is true.
Because I respect the person. I respect the cashier more than I respect me. You want me to do the job? Yeah. It's the same thing like when Burr used to have this great bit about the hybrid restaurants where like a takeaway versus a sit down, and you would do like a Chipotle where nobody is serving you, but you could go and get your food and sit there type of shit. And I think they're trying to do that with grocery stores, but it doesn't really make any sense because
the grocery store has like a little restaurant there and you sit like a
no. I just mean in the sense that you used to have somebody that would serve you.
Yeah,
that would be the clerk, and now they're like, okay, well, what if we have that for people with a lot of stuff, and then people with a little stuff they could just come and grab and go. It's the same thing with like actually an airport restaurant where they have the grab and go section and then a place where you can sit down. Same idea, but at a grocery store. I never worked at a grocery store.
Yeah. Why am I bagging? I didn't need to learn how to bag.
Why do I need to know the code for apples? Fuck you.
Pound 775.
And then there's exactly. And then there's a bunch of people. They're mad that they're waiting, and it's just like, I'm sorry, this isn't my job. Yeah. This ain't my shit. So that's why. I mean, the only thing self-checkout has done is increase the amount people steal for sure.
And then I'm in line, and then I see a coupon guy, and the coupon guy has a right to use coupons.
Yes.
But when there's one cashier, I'm gonna fucking beat your ass, dude. I'm gonna fucking kill you, and I'm gonna start and I'll start. I'll mow. I'm a moaner. Ugh.
Is that what you do?
Serious? Oh, I will. I'll look at other people, and everyone's like, "Don't look at me." And I'm like, "This guy's fucking." They're like turning their heads. We doing this? I'll throw out one of those in the back. Come on. My girl hates it. Well, actually, she kind of likes it because she wants to do the same thing. I'm making a monster.
Well, a lot of people want to do it, but they don't want to be that guy, and you don't mind.
Guy. And I stand up proud.
Yeah.
Ugh. Another one?
One of my favorites is figure it out.
Today, please. I'll cover the 3 cents. I'll cover it. Put it on mine. Get the fuck out of here.
Oh my God, imagine if the ultimate couponing or whatever was as big now as it was
back
probably
in the day?
Probably like fucking 5 or 6 years ago.
Well, now they have an app where you claim the coupons in the app to get the things. So now they're asking for all your information to be put into an app, and I'm guessing they're tracking you, and then they're selling that information. But then once you get the coupons in the app, so it's this weird, so it's this whole thing.
Yeah, you should. There at a grocery store, I shouldn't be filling out any fucking paperwork. There should not be any forms, any kind of. There should be no. You shouldn't need any information from me, but how much money that I need to give you. That should be the end of it.
I should be able to be mute and handless.
Yeah,
I'll get the produce with my feet.
Full contactless service.
Yeah, do not talk to me. I am but a ghost. A moaning ghost. Another one? Jesus. I'll do those two. Jesus. Dude, I was at the Vaughn's on Sunset for 25 minutes in line. 25.
For what?
But buy my groceries.
Jesus Christ.
Then
for the self-checkout or for the regular?
No, regular.
For the regular. Okay.
I'm always getting like, no, not always, but I'll maybe have like a beer in there or
oh, gotcha.
My girl really likes champagne.
Mm-hmm.
So I like one champagne in there or something.
Gotcha. Yeah. I'm
self-checkout
always. Because then that's you want me to pay the vig, then you're gonna cover it.
Yeah.
You're not passing that vig off to me. But then my issue is sometimes I buy more than you're supposed to put in there, but I don't give a shit.
Well, self-checkout, you can always do. There's 12 items or less.
Yeah.
And if you're doing that, you're a criminal.
I am a criminal.
That's crazy. I would flip in that line.
But I'm quicker.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 16.
Oh!
Security. We got a 16er.
I think it's 15 or less, but I'm not counting. I'm not counting.
Yeah, it's more of a vibe.
Yeah.
It feels like 15 or less.
Yes. Well, not only that, but if there's enough, if it's clear and open, if there's a line, I'm respectful. But if there is not, no, dude. Because I'm not scanning all 15 items.
Yeah. Oh, I used to love. There's 16 in here, but I'm paying for 12.
Exactly.
That sign meant how many are paying for, sir. Stop moaning in the back. Good point. Good point, Chad.
She did figure it out. Thank you.
My bad. She's only paying for 12.
Yeah. I mean, the grocery store in general is kind of a nightmare. That was the whole thing. Is I've been for a few years. I've been going to the farmers market and stuff. Do you ever fuck with the farmers market?
Where? And then I'm on a trip. Then it becomes a trip. You know,
it's a trip. It sounds like it's a trip to the fucking grocery store. I guess what? I'm not spending 25 minutes in line at the fucking farmers market.
Sure. There is no line. I'm under a freeway.
It's more like a concert.
Yeah.
You just kind of butt your way to the front. Give me those strawberries.
Yeah, so are they organic? No. Well, I'm up here anyway. Well, see, my problem is I love grocery shopping. I like it.
Yeah.
So that's why this is bumming me out, because it's like one of my, not necessarily a safe space, but it's like one of the places that, like I said, I like spending money. And so when no one gets mad if you spend a bunch of money at the grocery store.
Yeah.
So then groceries are so expensive in LA.
Yeah. Well, I mean, in general, it's a nationwide issue. But that was the whole thing when everybody was bitching about eggs going up. I was like, oh, I'm paying that at the farmer's market. The difference is I'm paying it to Sam's family. His family.
Are they still expensive at the farmer's market?
I mean, they've been $11 for 12 for years.
Like I'm so old now. It used to be when you're younger and you're like, I remember when this was this, and it was like 5-6 years ago. Now I'm like, I guess that was 20 years ago.
Yeah.
Eggs should be more expensive. I remember eggs were like the cheapest thing. Well, so whatever happened to 6-pack of eggs?
They still got them.
They don't got them at grocery stores, not the ones I go to.
Sometimes.
I'm buying 12s. I'm like, what the fuck am I eating? What am I, a snake? Why am I eating 12 fucking eggs? Just a normal amount of eggs.
Well, it's also Los Angeles and everybody's looking for protein, especially all the women here. Protein. And eggs are a good source of protein. But also, I love an egg, man. I'm fucking egg heavy in my household. I got an 18-pack.
Really?
But they last.
The eggs do last. And then they last even longer than they say they're going to last.
Yes.
I'll do that egg test where you put it in water.
Mm-hmm.
And it floats, it's got too much gas and it's wrong, I think. And then if it goes down.
If it sinks, don't eat it.
Oh, really? I thought it was the other.
It might be.
Yeah, one or the other.
One or the other. Yeah.
All your fans are dead from rotten eggs.
I know. Eating rotten eggs. But we also, my grandmother used to have chickens. So I was like, for the longest time, I just thought eggs should be free. Because it was like, oh, you don't have chickens. But that was like some old Cuban shit. Like, that was before all the hipsters were.
Did you have chickens growing up?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
I used to have a pet rooster that was like my friend. He used to sit on my shoulder and watch Nickelodeon with me. His name was Goldie.
That's cool.
Sit on the swings with me and shit.
Lockwood had one too.
Oh, really?
Lockwood had one. He has a tattoo of his rooster on his arm.
I had they were a little silky, so you couldn't eat them. There's no meat on them, so you couldn't eat them anyways.
Their eggs?
I mean, I had a rooster, so.
Oh, so it didn't have eggs.
Mm-mm. But we had we had that rooster. We had a couple chickens, but they got murdered from like the dogs in the neighborhood or whatever. And then we had like 3 mallard ducks, a dude and 2 chicks. He fucking loved that shit.
The little duck did?
Mm-hmm.
He was vibing? Yeah,
he loved it. We had one of those big pools that we like dug a little hole in the ground and sunk it in and stuff. So he had his own little lake and shit. But
I like eggs. Look, see, back then eggs were so cheap,
very cheap,
that it like
I
never
remember
made
like a pack
sense.
For 99 cents, $1 if it was on sale.
Yeah,
yeah.
So it never made sense for me fiscally to put the time into a chicken because
eggs were so cheap.
Now, if you think about it, every time the chicken makes an egg, that's $1.
Yes,
that's crazy. So now it may make more sense. Maybe I'll get a chicken for my apartment.
Yeah, just have a little section. Well, I didn't like once all the hipsters started getting them, because then that was the whole thing in Silver Lake probably like 5 or 6 years ago, is like people just had chicken coops on the side, like just urban chickens. Yeah. And it was weird to me. I mean, now it makes sense, but it was weird to me because it was like chickens are the most disease-ridden, like gross. I just always remember them being gross and getting bugs. My grandmother would be like, "Don't hug them, they get bugs." And I was like, I fucking keep my chicken
on my shoulder.
Yeah, my chicken. I know, I'm just itching. My chicken watches fucking Nick at Night with me. What are you talking about? He's not gross. But I think it's different kinds. I don't know. I also think it's where they live, because he partially lived inside with me. So yeah, I don't know. But I do know that eggs expensive at the farmer's market, and they have been for a long time. So I've already been paying the hive egg for fucking but they're chickens that don't got nothing in them. Happy chickens, I call them.
Yeah, I know now. No, I'm definitely looking at fucking
but
labels and everything all the time now.
But I think if you like grocery shopping, you would like the farmer's market.
I would probably like a farmer's market, but they don't have late farmer's markets. They're normally early in the morning.
Not true.
Really?
Depends on where you're at. Some of them, I mean, I think the Hollywood one goes till 1 or 2.
That one right over there in West Hollywood by the
Hollywood one, the one that's over on Selma. That's the big one.
Oh, really? Oh, the one by the junior college?
I think so. Selma, and
Vermont?
It's like by where the old Amoeba was.
Oh, straight in Hollywood. There's a fucking farmer's market over there?
It's huge.
I never even knew that. I lived here 10 years almost.
When I lived in Westlake, that's the one I used to go to, because the Silver Lake one was real small, and it was all like just chicks selling soap and shit more than like decent produce. So I always used to go to that one.
This sourdough was made from my yeast.
Yeah.
Please don't tell me that.
Thank you, Michaela. I appreciate that.
Thank you. You're still living on your dad's credit card. Very nice.
Yes, I didn't care much for that vibe. Yeah. But the Hollywood one was huge, and then also there's one the one in Glendale is like 3 to 9 at night. 3 p.m. to 9 p.m.
Farmers market is crazy.
There's 2 of them. There's one in Pasadena that's at nighttime as well.
Yeah, you really be going to these motherfuckers.
I don't go to all those, but I also don't wake up early, so I have to know.
Yeah.
Because I want to be able to get...
I should go to the Hollywood one. When is that? On Saturday or something?
Sunday, I think. Yeah.
Take my girl.
Do it. You might like it. I mean, it just... Then for whatever you got to get at the grocery store is significantly less. So then you could, you don't have to go through you could buy booze in the self-checkout, can't you?
No. You have to be 21. Different states you can, not in California.
Because I figured that's what the person was there for. 1, if you can't figure out the beep, beep, boop, boop.
You would think.
And then 2, for you to show them your ID to buy. I think I've bought booze through there and they've let me. So I'm probably breaking the law.
Yeah, you probably just you stole booze through there.
Yeah, that's probably right. That makes more sense. What you got?
Another one? You want to do another one?
Let's do one more.
Okay, we'll do one more.
What?
Have you done ads that are louder than the TV already?
I mean, I think that's a universal, but you're not wrong.
Let's do.
It's exponential. I feel like it's gotten louder over time.
Yes, but I got another one.
Okay.
And this is more. I've never asked a girl this.
Okay.
Bathroom gaps. Do you guys have gaps in your stalls as well?
Yeah.
Yeah, I really don't like that, and I think we need to find out why that's happening and who's doing that, because it's not happening in some places. In some places, it happens all the time, and it's just weird. It's definitely at the airport. There's a lot of openings. You're catching a glimpse of an eye or something.
Yeah, I don't want to see. It's not even just the perv part of it, but I personally don't want to see other people shitting.
No.
Why
are there any holes? There doesn't need to be a hole. I don't need to see his sneakers. I don't need to see the roof. It should be a jail cell.
Yeah, like the Ondas. I love going to the bathroom at the Ondas. Yeah. It's a door from the bottom. Yeah. It's a hotel right next to the Comedy Store in West Hollywood. Their bathrooms, the door goes from the ceiling to the floor, no gaps.
No.
It's a fucking door.
We're not animals.
And I
dude.
think it's
Lock it
I think
up.
it's cheap. I think it's just people being cheap.
I
bet
don't
it's
think so.
cheaper to have the gap in there.
I think some pervert pedophile thing came into the bathroom industry and he got real hype. He's like, why don't we open the gaps? We can save money. We can look at little boys' wieners. What was that last part? Save money. We can save money. Because it's too big. I've been to some where I'm like putting a hand through like a fucking glory hole.
Yeah.
And let's bring the poops in. Let's bring back. I'm gonna send it.
Bring back privacy.
Bring back privacy. Wow. And everything. Bring back privacy.
I would like to shit in peace, even if I'm outside. I think the gaps are part of the reason why some people can't shit outside. You ever know, like, I was talking to Soul about this. This girl has to poop at home. People like that. There's a lot of people like I travel too much. That literally cannot. I can't live like that.
I got bad stomach. I'll poop anywhere.
Yeah, I can't. I literally can't hold. There's just no way. I'm gone too much. I would prefer it because I got a fucking dope ass bidet. You know what I'm saying?
I have a sick bidet.
Yeah, and worth every goddamn penny, man. If you want to talk about splurging on something, please get yourself.
Yeah, I love when I have
bidet.
like someone come over and they come out of the bathroom like, "What was that? What just happened?" I'm like, "Yeah, the Japanese happened, my man. Forgive him for Pearl Harbor. He was warm."
That happened at my house.
Yeah, it happens all the time. My dad, I had my my father-in-law pretty much came in. He was like, "Oh my God, I've had diarrhea for 10 years and I've never had one of these. This is awesome." Because I got the heated seat. I got the different buttons.
Yep. Different pressure.
Yeah, different pressure. You can aim it. Things like a fucking super soaker in there. It'll cut a hemorrhoid in half though. You really gotta.
You gotta know your settings before you sit.
Yeah, it's like the kind that we got. You know, that you're playing with fire a little bit here. You're gonna. That thing was like a fucking civil rights hose to the face to my hemorrhoid.
Riot hose for sure. Yeah, you go from light trickle to riot hose, depending on what you need.
The best is when you can get. I can hit a spot where I swear I can poop 25% more. It like spits. It's like pressure washing the inside of my guts.
Oh, you go up in there.
I'll dabble.
The way your eyebrows went up. Dude, you're giving yourself an enema on a regular basis.
Something's happening. I'm checking prostates. That's all I'm saying. I'm healthy. It's looking good. Nothing's wrong up there.
Okay. That's a good place to end it, I think. Let's do a rapid fire things you do, like favorite movie of all time.
Jesus, I don't know. I'm more of a TV guy.
TV guy. Favorite TV show of all time.
More of a book guy. No.
Favorite book of all time.
Favorite TV show is too hard. You should give me some.
Top three.
Okay. Simpsons.
What's one that you could watch over? Like it's like I call it the TNT effect. Anytime it's on, you'll leave it on.
We'll do a movie then. No Country for Old Men. I can watch over and go, but I don't really do stuff again.
Really?
Yeah, I'm not like my girl watches the same movie over and over again. If I see a movie, I probably won't watch it again for at least 10 years.
Wow.
Until I forget about it.
Okay.
So if I do Sopranos, I've done Sopranos twice. I've done The Wire maybe 5 times. But The Wire came out 30 years ago almost. You know.
So I would say The Wire. If you don't rewatch something and you watch something 5 times, that seems like
I watched it when it was live. And then I bought the DVD, or then I bought the DVDs when like Blockbuster was going out of business, and then I watched it during the pandemic. It's like 4. But so yeah, every fucking lame guy, Sopranos, Wire, Breaking Bad. A weird one that I really like would be I don't know.
Okay. Favorite color?
Purple.
Purple. For royalty. Very nice. Favorite food?
Japanese, Asian, really anything but Japanese, really.
Try the Japanese best one. Just like sushi, or in general, all of it.
I pretty much fuck with any Asian food. Japanese food, I'll do sushi. I'll do anything. Anything they make is good. I never feel sick afterwards. I don't like Italian. It always makes me feel sick. And I don't really like. My girl loves Italian food. She loves pizza, and I just don't want hamburgers. I just don't want to eat that. I never eat that. I eat like different types of Asian food, Vietnamese, Thai, stuff like that, and then I'll eat.
This is a good city for that. I mean, it's also Sacramento up there.
Yeah, that's where I'm from.
Yeah,
she's always like, you don't eat like a white guy, and I'm like, well, where I'm from is just very Mexican and Asian, so
yeah,
that's just what I eat.
And favorite teacher growing up.
Oh, wow.
Was there any good ones?
Yeah. I mean, they were on, none of them were a fan of me. You know, I had one time in 8th grade, I was talking so much that like I would start the day sitting outside. And if I could be good enough outside, they let me back in. But then like, I think like winter came and they're like, you can't keep this kid outside because it's an outside school. Kind of. So then they brought me inside and they put me in the back on this kind of a big desk. I had like the biggest desk back in the corner by no one, but that's where they put all the books for class. So all the books, swear to God,
they built a jail
wall
cell
around
books.
me, and then I would put one book out, and I could kind of look. And the only time people would ever see me is when they came and got their book. I'm like, what up?
It was the closest to solitary confinement they could do.
Because I couldn't be outside. I think maybe the police got involved or something. They're like, this kid he's getting hit by the elements hard.
It was more like he's talking to the weather.
Yeah,
we gotta bring him inside.
Bring him inside. Get the walls done. What was that teacher's name?
The neighbors are complaining. They think he's a vagrant. Please bring the child inside so he can learn.
What was his name? Larson? I don't even remember that fool's name. Yeah, I don't remember really any of my teachers.
Do you have a favorite fruit?
Wow, favorite fruit. I've been fucking with cuties a lot lately. Blackberries. Blackberries are my favorite. Blackberry pie. I just love blackberries. I love them because they're a gamble, you know?
They really are.
Because one
is it the most bitter thing you've ever tasted in your life?
Or is it
the sweetest, most
best
juiciest,
thing you've ever had?
Better,
yeah. They're great. They're like, we know what you got. We got. Come fuck with us. And it might be good or bad.
And actually, it might be in the same handful. You don't know.
You don't know.
You don't know.
I don't know what's in that one. Yeah. Blackberries smack.
Well, thank you so much for coming on. You have anything you want to plug? Anything you want to push?
Yeah, check out my YouTube. I got a show coming out on there. It's going to be weekly. It's going to be very good. It's a live comedy not podcast, but comedy show called Comedy Confidential, where the audience anonymously puts in secrets. Comedians go on stage, riff on the secrets, keep their favorite one. At the end of the show, we do a panel, try to bring up our favorite secrets so we can talk to them and interview them. And our best secret, I buy their whole tab. So it's been a very good show. I've been doing it live for about 2 years. And
I did it at the Comedy Store. It's so fun. You'd be surprised some of the shit people are willing to share.
Yeah, it's really great. So we're finally going to put that out maybe next month, either with a production company or on my own.
Hell yeah. I love it.
Thank you for having me, bud.
Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you very much. And thank you guys so much for listening. Make sure you guys like and subscribe, share my shit. Join the Patreon if you want to throw a little money at me. Appreciate it. Patreon.com/gravybaby. No, sorry. Wrong podcast. Patreon.com/NoSirPod, because we have 2 Patreons. All right. Well, thank you guys so much. See you next week. Bye.
Toodaloo.
Toodles.
No, sir, I don't like it.